I'm making one song every week for the rest of the year. That's right, you heard me. Hi, I'm just sleeping. And I make music. Hi, I'm just sleeping. And I make music. Hi, I'm just sleeping. And I make. Hi, I'm just sleeping. 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 What's up, guys? Just Sleepy here, and today we're gonna be blowing up 20 school buses. Whoever has the most survivors will get a song a week. Song of a week. Hi, I'm just sleepy. Hi, I'm just sleepy. Hi, I'm just sleepy. Hi, I'm just sleepy. Hi, I'm just sleepy.
Hi, I'm just sleepy. I make music and I made one song every week for 20 weeks. Now that doesn't sound like a lot until you realize that an average song is 3 minutes long and 3 times 20 is 60, and that's a whole hour of music, and some songs are shorter and others are long. Every week I had to write, produce, record, mix and master a new song in February and ended in August. Those are 6 months. Half a year. Every week I had to record the process and turn 1 to 2 hours of footage into 20 minutes or less. For half a year. Does that sound like a little still? If you watch the whole series, which I know you didn't, you can see me descending to madness and slowly lose the spark in my eyes. So what was making a song a week like? Story time! On July 23rd of 2024, I independently debuted with my EP Yellow Flowers. I've always known that blowing up is extremely unlikely, but giving up is the one thing I don't know how to do. Keep that phrase in mind. Piénselo, que no se les olvide. Despite being aware of the difficulties that being an independent musician entailed, I was not prepared for the amount of work it required. Me fallo ahí. If I just wrote, produced, sang songs, I think that'd be more bearable. But every time I'm about to release something new, I end up working from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. for 2 weeks. And though it does get lighter when I'm not about to release new music, I always find myself working the equivalent of a 9 to 5 purely in promoting, video editing, obviously making music. If y'all knew the amount of songs I'm working on now, despite not planning on releasing them for a while, just because that's how long it takes to prepare something, and so I always have to. And I also go to school. I was not built for being a full-time student and musician at the same time back then, and I still don't think I have gotten the hang of it. So what ended up happening was Sleepy found out what it was like to be employed, and that's good because I do want music to be my full-time job. It's very unlikely though. Quiz time. What does one need to work as a musician?
An audience!
That's right, an audience! And you can notice by what I estimate are gonna be previews on this video, I don't have an audience yet, but I do have the knowledge of how the algorithm works. Or at least I thought I did. Social media is all about being consistent and doing something interesting. So I thought... I know. I'm proud of myself too. I thought that a series in which I challenged myself to make one song every week would be interesting. I truly believed I could pull it off because I've been writing music since I was 12 years old, and well, coming up with new stuff has never been a problem for me. I have never had to come up with new stuff once a week though. You can see in the beginning that I was having a lot of fun trying out stuff that I probably wouldn't have tried if I didn't have the freedom to make anything I wanted as long as I did it in a week. And then one day, I couldn't for the life of me come up with lyrics. So I thought, yes guys, it happened twice. I thought of an idea. I would start recording and come up with the lyrics on the spot, right there and then, on the fly, just like that. La 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 la. One melody made up of 2 syllables. That's all it took. With that silly song about a musician who fought against a beast with the power of music and friendship, something sparked. I love fantasy and music, so for the longest time, Nights and was the only thing I could think about. I so desperately wanted to write the musical, but I couldn't because I had to write one song every week. And it turns out that when you're writing a song every week, you don't have much time to write other songs, just for fun. Layla La La was also the most watched video of the series, and I think that was the peak of a song a week. everything went downhill from there. Sure, my videos have never gotten that many views, except for that one video about a content farm, but it got to a point where the only 2 views on the video were mine and my dad. Here's the thing with the algorithm, little lesson, educational moment. For your content to be pushed into someone's homepage, YouTube needs to know that people liked it. And how does YouTube know? Because of the interactions, because of the likes and the comments and all that stuff. For people to like and comment the video, they kinda need to watch the video. And for them to watch the video, they first obviously need to know that the video exists. And for that to happen, if you don't have an audience yet, you need YouTube to recommend your videos on the homepage so that others look at it and click it and like and comment. Are you starting to see the loop? So for YouTube to recommend your videos, you need people to watch your videos. But for people to watch your videos, you need YouTube to recommend your videos. But for YouTube to recommend your videos, you need people to watch your videos. Are you seeing the cycle? The wow, 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 wow. But am I sure that YouTube is really not recommending my videos instead of people just not clicking on them? Yes, one thing that YouTube lets you do is look at the amount of people that it recommended your videos to. Guess how many people YouTube recommended my videos to? And it's less than 1. So I had 2 choices. Use popular keywords like Cat's Eye and Gabriella so that YouTube would be like, hey, this is popular, let's recommend it. Or get extremely lucky and wait for YouTube to randomly recommend any of my videos for no reason, like it did with Lay La La La. This was driving me insane. Despite having a consistent schedule and pouring all of my effort, it felt like nothing I could ever make would ever work, and I was wasting my time and burning out because of a series that nobody cares about. Turns out everything I needed to get out of my creative block was an animated musical about a K-pop girl group. I genuinely loved the movie and the song so much, I had a whole system reset. I realized yet again that I do in fact love making music. I think the stress just got to my head really badly, and then I realized that I was capable of having fun making music. I think the reason I kept running out of ideas wasn't because the ideas weren't there, but because none of the ideas I had were good enough. I kept thinking I had to make something that others would like instead of something I'd like to make. It was then when I started to have fun again, and though extremely tired, you could see me getting sillier in the videos. Still, I ended the series earlier than expected. So, what happened? If you haven't been keeping up, I have a band now, which quickly became my main priority. Jeffy and I have been planning this EP since September of 2023, and you wanna know a fun fact? I spoiled at least one beat of every song during a song a week. In this song. Like the whole EP there. The whole listen to it and then listen to it. You're gonna catch the references. If you thought you hadn't seen me in a while, it's not because I wasn't there, it's because I'm no longer a soloist. It may have been surprising to you that I'm showing my face now, but my face has been shown for a while now. Ever since Spicy Sour Salty Sweet Dish. So I was now in a band, working on a musical, starting my last year of high school. I just thought what I had been thinking for the longest time. No one cares if I stop the series. Like, no one watches it. If I one day decide to stop making videos, no one will notice. And on August 6th of 2025, I ended a song a week. So I'm now a full-time stream sweet dish. You're eating my heart away. Do you want me to do the same? Originally, I was gonna pick the fan favorites and then re-record them and then release them on all streaming platforms. There are no fans to pick a favorite. So I picked my favorites and put them in an album. I ended up with 20 Weeks, an album with all of my favorite songs from this series. Except for the Nights and Bards now, because, guys, I can't tell you yet. Temia, just to sprinkle in a little bit of my magical world. Black Cat, people who yearn for the electro swing, watch out. Guys, can we talk about the economic and political state of the world right now? What does it take? This might be my favorite song of the series. Like, actually, why is it low-key so good? Siren Slow Dance. You'll find out eventually. Kaozu. When I say ye, you say ha. Ye. Ye. When I say... And The Sun. Felt like an appropriate conclusion to an album with no consistency whatsoever. And with that, we finally say goodbye to Song a Week. I'm not doing this ever again, but what I do want to do next year is put out more covers. Of course, I'm gonna be busy with Sweet Dish, so don't expect that much solo activity from me. I hope you enjoy 20 Weeks, which comes out in a few hours, and I'll see you next year. Bye. A song a week.